Hello, good evening. This is Charles Bird. Um, I will be recording this Zoom meeting for documentary purposes. I've always wanted to do like a panel or discussion show for public access, but never could get the free time to do that. So hopefully this Zoom virtual block party that I am putting together will will be a success. Nobody's joined yet, so I'm gonna pause this for now, and then when I see somebody in the waiting room and I let them in, we'll get the party started. Okay, I can't see you. Can I hear you?
I don't know. Can you hear me?
Barely.
Barely. Oh my. Is that better?
Yeah, I can hear you. This is my brother Billy.
I do not have a webcam.
You don't have a webcam?
Nope.
No. Well, welcome to my RedTube channel. 5 gold coins and I'll take my top off.
Yeah, I don't think it's worth it. Are there other people on here?
No, you're the first to show up.
Oh. Cool beans. Wonder if I can set like a profile picture or something. Gallery view. Oh, there we go. Oh, no, I don't want that. Rename, hide self, hide non-participants. Oh, sorry. Hey, there we go.
All right.
So how you doing, dude?
Pretty good. Went to a reopen Modesto demonstration around noon.
Yeah, how'd that go?
It was fantastic. We had a larger turnout than expected.
Yeah.
Yeah. Reaction from the public was mostly positive.
People want the bars open again.
Well, I mean, it's more than just that. I mean, it's the government overreach. The cultural changes stemming from the whole thing. It's really taking the country down a very, very dark path.
You think that the government's actually overreaching here, though?
Yeah, I mean, did you see what Newsom did with the beach in OC?
No, I haven't. But I mean, I'm just considering like, you find a murderer or whatnot, you prevent the murder from being around the public. Well, you can't prevent the coronavirus from being around the public, so you can prevent the public from spreading the coronavirus. That's my thought. What do you do to the beach?
He actually shut down the public beaches in Orange County. Not everywhere else in the state, just Orange County, because there is a huge demonstration there, and he just had his little Prince Joffrey fit.
Yeah.
And decreed the beach closed. But there are other examples throughout the that I've seen throughout the country. I mean, videos of guys getting yanked off of the bus for not wearing a mask. Then there was this one video from Colorado, a guy just playing catch with his daughter in the park, being cited.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, and then another video from Boise, Idaho, a bunch of women brought their kids to the park to play, and they got arrested. Then you have the quarantine. What we're starting to call the quarantine Karens.
Yeah.
I mean, they're basically just taking it on themselves to either call the police when they see somebody not observing what they think are sufficient social distancing standards, or they're using social media to shame people.
Okay.
Yeah. Then you have Mayor de Blasio in New York. The guy's, I kid you not. I mean, the guy should have read it out loud before putting out the tweet. But he actually said on Twitter he's going to start rounding up Jews because Orthodox and Hasidic Jews are still observing Shabbat and are still gathering at funerals.
Okay.
Yeah.
Hey, hold on a second, dude. I'm going to see if I can put this on my tablet. Okay.
All right.
I'll be right back. I don't have my headset on, so I can't hear you right now. Oh, let me get my...
Scooby-Doo.
Okay, I'm going to see if I can put this on my tablet. Oh, can you hear me?
I can hear you.
Oh, okay, cool. Let's see here. Do this, and we'll do this. I'll do auto brightness. And then we'll go over here. Here. And then we'll do this. Do Zoom. Zoom cloud meetings. I'll install that to verify by play to protect or something. I don't know. I know New York won't use Zoom because there's some security problems with it.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I haven't looked into it and whatnot, but I remember that's one of the things that they're like, oh no, we're not going to allow schools to do Zoom and all that jazz.
Mm.
Yep. Redoutables. Scooby-Doo. Oh, that's here. Okay, I'll open that. Yeah. All right, let's see here. Let's go join a meeting. And then let's see here. Meeting ID 0.053. And then let's go and change that. Billy. And go join meeting. And then we'll do let's see here. So, Did you text Mike and invite him too?
Yeah, he's aware of it. He says he has to work tonight, but he might tune in. I also let Phil know. I mean, I sent out a Facebook invite to Ashley, but I guess not everybody gets to see those.
Oh, hold on a second. What, babe? Oh, Chrissy's wondering who's on your what's that say on your shirt?
Who is John Galt?
Who is John Galt? Yeah. Did you hear her?
No, I didn't.
She goes, "Oh, I don't know who that is, but tell him when he finds out. Let me know."
Yeah.
Please wait. The meeting host will let you in soon. Charles Bird personal meeting room.
All right.
Oh, who's there? Oh, well, come on in.
All right, I see you now.
Yeah, hey, there's that. Hey, where'd you go? You went in.
Yeah, I'm over here.
Join audio call V. Oh, there you are. I see you now.
Yeah.
Okay. Call via device audio. Yeah, device audio. Zoom record audio. I guess so. Oh, it's because there we go.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm
recording the meeting for documentary purposes.
Cool.
All right. Okay. Hear me? All right. Well, I can't hear you. Here, I think you muted yourself.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah. There we go.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Cool beans. All right. Let me go ahead.
I think that's going to take up like most of the meeting time is people still trying to figure it out.
Could be.
Yeah.
All right. So let's see here. We get this. And then, oh, that's not mine. This one's mine right here. Here's a view for you, Charlie.
Huh?
Oh, you probably couldn't see it. It's too dark. Da, da, da. That is not it. That's not it.
So a new season of The Last Kingdom dropped on Netflix.
I saw that. I haven't seen any of it yet.
Oh, it's a great show. I mean,
yeah,
I haven't gotten to it yet because I'm in the process of rewatching the whole thing.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Ow, ow, ow.
Yeah. Rutger Hauer is in the first season.
Yeah. Oh,
yes.
Oh no, that's an empty one. Never mind. Yeah. All right. But so he's in the first season, but he doesn't come back in any of the others.
No, I mean, he's like in the first couple of episodes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh God. There we go.
Well, they making you camp out in the backyard now?
Who's they? But me? No, I'm coming out here.
Okay.
Here we go. Oh,
All right.
yeah. See, now I'm not so close.
Huh.
I can give the family sign for, for posterity, right? Is that
Oh
something you don't want
no.
on your recording?
Nah.
No.
Nah.
What if I do it in English?
Yeah.
Just do it in English. See?
Oh, dude.
Oh,
For
that's how
those
they do it on the other
for
side of
those
the
of you
pond.
following the conversation, our old man
Oh,
taught us how to how do I put it, flip the bird, and we were taught that it was a family sign before we were old enough to find out what that really meant. And that led to some very fun situations at school.
so are you planning to put this on YouTube or something?
Yeah, I'm gonna try to upload it on YouTube or put it on
Oh,
Facebook.
okay.
But I've seen people upload Zoom meetings, recordings of them onto YouTube.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you're drinking and recording.
Yes. Yeah, and the little travel size can opener that I bought when I think I might have lost that in the move.
Yeah.
Yeah, fortunately, the Rambo knife has a bottle opener function.
Mm. That works out.
Yeah.
It's kind of funny because um, like I always call them church keys. I don't know what they call them now or what the young folks call them or anything. But you know what I'm talking about when I say a church key. It's a bottle opener on one side and the can opener on the other side.
Yeah, we had a couple of those.
Yeah, and it's so funny is that we were in Vegas a couple months ago, and we're like, oh, we want to get a bottle opener, something like a church key or whatever. It says Vegas on it and whatnot. Man, we couldn't find even just a bottle opener anywhere. It was like crazy. I guess it's because like when you order a drink there in Vegas, they open it for you.
Oh yeah. So are you still going into work, or are they making you do the telecommuting thing now? Or?
There's different plans set and whatnot, and what I'm doing myself is um, telecommuting one week and then in the office next week.
Yeah.
What about you? Are they letting you telecommute?
Nope. No. Like I told Mike when we did our Zoom meeting a couple weeks ago. Metal thieves and vandals aren't staying home, and I'm not either. Security is considered very essential because street criminals, they're using all the closures as an opportunity. It's just free pickings for them out there. So as a matter of fact, one of the guy who organized the reopen Modesto, he's continuing to operate his vacuum repair shop.
Yeah.
In defiance of the order. He was a couple of weeks ago. The MPD gave him a notice, quote unquote, requesting him to close down because his business is considered, quote unquote, unessential. Anyway, the friendly neighborhood tweakers must have assumed that he shut up shop permanently because one morning he showed up and saw one of the windows kicked in and a couple of vacuum cleaners got jacked.
Oh, that sucks.
Yeah. But yeah, we were on McHenry, the that stretches McHenry where the old Payless used to be, and Bonanza Books. I can't believe it's a pot dispensary now.
Those are essential according to the state of California.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Well, I'm surprised you guys organized like a rally.
It was like very short notice too. I mean, the guy just put it up there on his Facebook page. There, McHenry Avenue, May 1st, noon. I saw it. I pumped the hell out of it on my social media. I also let Angela McCardle know about it. She's an attorney down in Los Angeles. She's also the chairwoman of the Libertarian Party down there, and she's been organizing a huge protest down there. And she helped push that rally here herself a little bit. So a lot of people showed up. I tried keeping an accurate head count, but lost track at around 30. Another guy said we were about 50 strong. I'll go with that number because it was a lot of people.
Were you guys practicing social distancing still?
I tried to. Some people were kind of close. And the guy who organized it, he agreed with me about people trying to turn the protests into Trump rallies, but unfortunately, some people showed up and had to do that. Can't really point out to them that Trump turned over control to Fauci and let Fauci tank the economy, or you'll get a lot of or point out to them how the biggest beneficiaries of that monstrous $6 trillion spending bill, all those bailouts and kickbacks, Trump's adult children, Trump's son-in-law, Jared Kushner, who is pushing this really scary, intrusive medical patriot act, and all of Trump's Brighton Beach mob-connected cronies in New York. Yeah. But it was I didn't let it ruin the occasion. We had a great time. Like I said, somebody's here. Hey. Yeah, it's me, my brother Billy.
Hi, Billy.
This is Rachel Jones. She's a very good friend of mine.
Cool.
Mm.
I'm actually working. I have to take care of my kids and put them to bed, but I just wanted to hop on and say hi.
Right on.
Eric's at a meeting, so I'm by myself tonight. So.
Yeah. That's great. So what have you? What have you folks been up to lately?
Oh, well, Eric's, essential.
Yeah,
So he's been working.
yeah, me too.
Yeah. And I found with everybody that is allowed to still work, it feels like we're working more. Like it's harder.
Uh-huh.
Doesn't it seem like now you have to be really careful with gloves and mask, and he has to decontaminate when he comes home, and then there's longer hours because of overtime, stuff like that.
Yeah,
And
I
my
mean,
my big
yeah.
job, now is like not only do I have to already take care of the house and the children, but I have to do so whenever I leave the house wearing a mask, using hand sanitizer. I have to disinfect things. And then of course the children are home all day, every day without going anywhere ever. So it's just like our job is harder.
Yeah, the my weeknight my weeknight graveyard site. It's not that big of a. Hi.
Remember Mr. Bird? Yeah, you do. He came to our house before. Sorry, I was listening.
Yeah. I mean, it's not that big of a deal because it's just me at this water tank. They scaled back the water department scaled back most of their personnel to like a skeleton crew. So most of the vehicles are gone. So it's just me there by myself from 9 p.m. to 5:30 in the morning. It's not that big of a deal because I'm like a good 50 feet away from everybody. I mean, it's behind this 10-foot tall brick wall topped with razor wire. Then there's the Saturday site where I pull the day shift. Different story. It's an office complex, and there's like now they have like hand sanitizer all over the place. Yeah.
Yeah.
And I went to a reopen rally today. I was over on McHenry. Michael Wood put it together.
Was there anyone else from Central Committee there, or was he the only one?
No one I recognized.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's been a while since I've had anything to do with Republican Party Inc. in Stanislaus County.
Yeah. Yeah. Understandable. All right. Well, we can talk about it when I get back. I'm gonna mute us while I'm away, if that's okay with you guys.
Yeah, no problem.
Away from keyboard.
Yeah. Yeah, her husband Eric, he works for the Department of Corrections.
Oh yeah. I heard Michigan had something like 16 inmates in their state correctional facilities catch the virus or catch COVID-19.
Yeah. Want to hear something crazy?
Sure.
The Green River Killer was literally one vote away from getting released on quote unquote humanitarian grounds.
Really?
Yeah. I mean, look, if you're gonna release people, release the nonviolent offenders. Release that 19-year-old kid who got caught with a roach in his pocket because the state still has backwards drug laws. Don't release the Green River Killer. Jeez.
Well, it's the states are the system's so backed up with. I wonder how many nonviolent criminals they have in the system actually now.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I'm kind of curious about.
I don't know. I mean here. All drug offenses now are misdemeanors. So if there are any nonviolent offenders, it's usually like, the white collar guys.
Yeah. Oh well. Did you see on Netflix? There's a coronavirus explained documentary. Do you see that?
No, I haven't gotten around to seeing it.
Okay, it's only like 26 minutes long. You know, their episodes are usually pretty short, anyways. But it was pretty informative, whatnot.
Mm-hmm.
I thought it was.
Yeah.
So,
You know, I saw a here's something crazy. Right, the 6 o'clock news are they're basically trying to portray this whole deal as like it's Captain Trips from the Stand.
yeah.
You know, I mean, just wall to wall fear mongering.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I could imagine the kind of effect it would have had on Mother if she watched it. Maybe
Oh
she was
yeah.
still, yeah. You know,
I wonder
and
what her reaction to the whole thing would be right now.
she'd probably make me wear like a spacesuit or something.
And imagine your dad. O'Leary's being closed. He would have to do something else.
Yeah. Anyway, but yeah. Anyway, they're portraying it like it's Captain Trips or something. So
Yeah.
some citizen journalists, you know, just people with cameras who just record whatever they can on their phones or their handhelds. They visited emergency rooms across the country, came back with footage of emergency rooms empty.
Yeah.
There was one video of a guy in Hawaii confronted a hospital administrator. She tried to grab his phone because when he called her out on lying to on TV about her hospital being overwhelmed. Within days, you had a bunch of Facebook accounts that were like 2-3 days old.
Mm-hmm.
People claiming to be ICU nurses saying, "Oh, but that's the ER. It's different in the ICUs. It's like a war zone in there."
Yeah.
That, you know, trying to debunk the videos taken by the amateur you know video journalists. Then at around the same time, we start seeing these videos on TikTok and YouTube and Facebook of nurses dancing around in empty hallways. And then when the protests started springing up, these quote unquote exhausted healthcare heroes somehow had the free time to counter demonstrate against the protesters. So someone somewhere's lying.
I think it all depends on where you're at. Like, I think it's pretty obvious that, like, New York City, that they're cram packed with the amount of cases they have and whatnot. But like, you look here, and like, you try to go to the emergency room here, you got to go through checkpoints and triage before you can even get inside the building. And then, like, I know Kaiser won't allow admittance unless you're visiting a relative who is dying.
A friend of mine got her appendix removed a few weeks ago.
Yeah.
She went to and then she went back to the emergency room because she thought she sprained her ankle. Both times, the emergency rooms were dead, empty, and this is a memorial that she's talking about.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I guess it's better to be prepared for an influx if it happens. But we're doing pretty well here in the county, I think, county-wide. There's 300 plus cases. That's it.
Yeah, The mayors, with the exception of the mayors of Patterson and Newman, wrote a letter to Newsom begging him for permission to reopen earlier than the Bay Area, because the cases here are significantly less than the coastal cities.
Like if you look at St. Louis, for instance, back in 1918 with the Spanish flu,
Mm-hmm.
and they started quarantine way before other cities, like say Philadelphia and whatnot.
Yeah.
And they saw far fewer deaths, but it lasted longer. And I think they, if I remember correctly, they stayed quarantined for 8 months and then reopened and saw a huge spike and had to quarantine again after a month.
Mm-hmm.
So, it's I understand people are itching to go ahead and reopen things here and there, but it's like those it's like the adage, buyer beware, whatnot. You gotta be wary about what's being sold. So you reopen businesses, you reopen cities and whatnot, you do it too soon, and then all of a sudden it spreads faster. It's going to happen. It's just the rate at which this spreads that's most concerning. It's actually created a pandemic out of it. So, and I understand that there's a huge following of people that are worried about our economy, going down into the toilet. It's going to happen. It's
going to happen. There are 22 million unemployed, and that's just counting those receiving unemployment checks. I'm sure the real unemployment numbers are even higher. There's a food shortage coming down the pipeline. That's gonna get really crazy. Yeah. I talked with a classmate of mine who owns a restaurant downtown, and I asked him, hey, wouldn't a way around the problem be for restaurant owners and farmers to just form and grocers to just form a partnership and get a way around that? And he said, no, they have to go to a USDA certified meat processing plant. You can't just buy the pig from the farmer, kill it, and butcher it himself. So, government standing in the way as usual.
Yeah.
I think the protests are great, but I really do believe that the real resistance are going to be people who continue to operate their businesses either by defiantly keeping their stores open or just continuing on in the underground market, which is what a lot of people have already been doing in California for years and even decades. Like those guys in our neighborhood who have like 5 cars parked on in their front yard because somebody's paying them to work on them. A lot of that going on here in Airport.
Well, people are going to need to make money somehow, because that's how capitalism works. It's you got to have that money flow through everywhere, and eventually gets back to the government for taxes. So
yeah, that's another thing. It's hurting local revenue.
Yeah.
at least at the local government level.
Oh yeah. Well, you imagine, like, say for instance, you have, so many people, a huge chunk, say 1/5, because you can go outside, and you can see that not everybody's sheltering in place, but let's say for instance you have 1/5 of people who are not making any money right now, and then they go ahead and they're not spending any money because they're not making any money, and they can't afford to pay property taxes and whatnot. Then how's, like, say, the county, for instance, without the property taxes being the main source of revenue, how's the county going to go ahead and offer essential functions like, say, fire and sheriff?
Yeah.
So yeah, there's a lot of problems there. Eventually, people are going to go ahead and they'll go against what the government wants and whatnot, and they'll reopen and they'll try to do whatever they can to go ahead and make a few extra bucks, whether it be legal or illegal. So, but it's in my personal opinion, it's one of the many reasons, and probably the best example why capitalism doesn't work. So, why it's a failed structure of a system. But that's just a personal opinion.
So
she's back.
I'm back.
Yeah, the rally today. I mean, it was like there were about 50 of us. It was very enthusiastic. I mean, public feedback was generally positive. I mean, other than a few quarantine Karens here and there showing off their IQ number. But
how long were you guys out there?
About 2 hours.
And the organizer actually got like a permit to do it, or just put it together? And
he just put something out on Facebook. And I guess whoever caught wind of it pushed it as far as they could.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I shared it on some groups. I also told Angela McArdle about it. Angela McArdle, she's the chair of the Libertarian Party down in Los Angeles. She organized a very big protest down there this afternoon by LA City Hall. Yeah, it was very big. Michael actually agreed with me about people trying to turn it into a Trump rally. I mean, some people did show up and tried to do that, but we didn't let it, we didn't get into arguments with them about it.
Good. It's good. No, I think that there's overlap. Just because somebody votes for Trump or because somebody hates Trump doesn't necessarily mean that there can't be areas where we can all agree.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Maybe
that's just my personality.
Yeah, I mean, it's just that a lot of them seem to have this selective amnesia about Trump turning over control of the country to Fauci, and or that bit about the $6 trillion, a lot of that going to Trump, his adult kids, Jared Kushner, those Brighton Beach mob connected cronies in New York. Yeah, it was a 2 hour long event. It was fun. Morale was high. Um, there's talk of of maybe another one next week.
Mhm.
I don't have all the details, but I'm keeping my eyes peeled for it.
Mhm.
Yeah, but it was amazing though that something that big was put together within 24 hours.
I think it would just be nice to be outside in the sunshine, in the breeze, without
Uh-huh.
face masks on, seeing friendly faces.
Yeah.
Like, I could see why everybody would have high morale.
Oh yes. I mean, it was great. You know.
Till someone sneezes.
Yeah. Yeah. By the way, if I'm ever sniffling or sneezing, it's not Captain Trips. It's just allergies.
You don't have COVID?
Nah. I mean, no, I don't think I do, and if I did, I probably already had it months ago.
Mm-hmm.
Jesse's that way too. He got sick back in February,
Yeah.
like really sick, and he's like, "Man, I had those same exact symptoms."
I mean, I had some sort of flu back in December, but I got over it very quickly.
So, Billy, I don't know where you're located, but like here, everybody was sick between December and February with the same symptoms.
Yeah. Are
Like
you in
everybody
Modesto?
that you know, old people were in the hospital from it. I go to a rest home, just like we visit there, like volunteering. And the whole place was shut down for 6 weeks. And some of the older people died, which is what you would expect if it was COVID. And so it's kind of been one of the theories going around that maybe it already came here. Because in California, there's such a connection between us and China. So many Chinese Americans that travel back and forth, especially during the holidays. It's like, how could anybody believe that it started there in November and didn't come here until, what are they saying, end of February, March?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Well, I mean, we just weren't looking for it.
Right.
So yeah, it had to be here well before then, long before then.
Yeah.
We had a Zoom wedding today.
Oh, really?
So sad.
Yeah.
Eric's sister, she was getting married and everything just had to cancel.
Yeah.
So that was happening right at the same time as your rally.
Huh.
That's interesting. How many people can Zoom support? This is the first time I've ever been on Zoom.
Well, I have a paid account, so I can host up to 100 participants. And yeah.
So you just set up a block in a time frame, say I'm going to do this, or
Yeah.
Yeah, you just turn it on whenever you want to, and just
Just turn it on. If it's idle after a few minutes, it'll shut down on its own.
I see Gizmo.
Yep, that's my boy. Yeah. He had a lot of fun at your mom's place.
Was that the one that was at my mom's?
Yeah. Oh yeah, came back all fluffy and spoiled and yeah. I mean, they must have given him a lot of attention over there.
Which is surprising because she has so many cats.
Yeah. I mean, I would check in on him and she would say, "Oh, he's just the perfect little boy." Yeah, no behavior problems.
Yeah.
He just plays, cuddles, purrs a lot, gets along with the cats.
It's good. He had a little vacation.
Yeah.
Nice. All right. Well, I'm going to get going. I got some other things I got to do. It was nice meeting you, Rachel. Nice seeing you again, Charlie.
All right,
Been like
Billy.
forever. I think it's the first time I've seen you this year, actually.
Yeah.
Since Christmas. All right.
Yeah.
Take care. Bye.
Right. Yeah. It was yeah, I haven't seen Billy since I haven't seen Billy since Christmas. He gave me a DVD documentary about the Civil War. I haven't gotten around to watching it yet.
Is he local?
Yeah, he lives in Riverbank. He's an accountant. Yeah. He's an accountant. He used to work in 10th Street place for a while. Yeah, we have this running joke. So he doesn't really follow local politics as much as I do. So we had this running joke for a while about how many times he must have walked past Mayor Brandvold and not known who he is.
That would probably. Actually, I do know who he is. He came to some of the fundraisers that they do for IPS. I don't know if you're familiar with IPS.
APS.
It's Institute for Principal Studies.
Okay. Yeah. Michael Winter.
Yeah. So he came to a couple of those, and Eric was like so surprised. He's like, "Our mayor's here." I'm like, "Wait, who is he?" And so he had to point him out. But then I saw, like, I don't know what they look like. I just hear the names.
Yeah. But yeah, I know who Michael Winter is. I worked with him way back in 2000. It was the fluoride battle. Yeah, it was back when Sabatino was mayor, and we would have these long city hall meetings that would go to like 2 and 3 in the morning. Those were fun. Those were actually fun times. Yeah.
Were you guys trying to keep fluoride out of the water?
Yeah, that was the plan. It was probably the first time I've ever noticed genuine right and hard left actually being on the same side of an issue. I mean, you had the Birch Society and Green Party types actually working with each other.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it was a really interesting time. Yeah, the pro fluoride side, it was mostly a bunch of dentists, and they're I think some of them were actually paying their dental aides extra money to show up at the meetings.
And that's because they think the science shows that it helps children to have fluoride in the water.
Yeah. I mean, I mean, the ecological arguments. Yeah, I can understand it, but the real issue was what is the proper place of government, and mass medicating the populace is not the proper role.
Yeah.
I mean that was why I was opposed to it.
Going to the principal.
Yeah.
I think you would enjoy some of those fundraisers that Mr. Winther does.
Yeah, I mean, are they usually on weekends or?
You know, I don't remember now. I know it's in an evening. I don't remember the day, but it's where they give us this book, and of course, it's always like libertarian type style book. And then they have this challenge where they just ask questions based on the book.
Yeah.
But it's also based on like your historical knowledge, your knowledge of theology, just all different topics of interest.
Mm-hmm.
So
yeah.
It's kind of fun if you get a table of friends together. You just sit around there getting stumped by all these questions.
Yeah.
Because you get put on the spot. You know, like you only have like 10 seconds to answer it. So even though you feel like you know it, you're not sure.
Yeah, I love trivia games. I think I still have the Genus edition of the of Trivial Pursuit sitting around somewhere. I love, instead of just going around the wheel, I would like try to cross the wheel and move around in different directions just to make the game last longer and just to make it more fun. I mean, for me anyway. I mean, yeah.
Well, if you remember the details of things that you've read and learned.
Yeah.
Yeah. See, I don't remember.
Yeah, there's two kinds of smart. There's Trivia Pursuit smart, and then there's Monopoly smart, and I happen to be a little bit of both. Yeah. Yeah, Monopoly's not a. Yeah, it means it's a good way to get people's knives out and yeah. I've seen like lifelong friendships end over Monopoly games now.
Really?
Oh yeah, it's yeah. I mean, you wouldn't think it was such a nasty and competitive sport, but yeah.
But is this like being played for actual money or something?
No, I mean it's still played for Monopoly money, but yeah, it's just.
Well, some people are just competitive, you know.
Yeah. Yeah.
The thing with Monopoly, though, is that there's a level of chance depending on what you roll.
Yeah.
So it's not exactly skill. It's a mixture. You have to get lucky, too.
Yeah. Yeah, it was. I liked Monopoly. I liked Trivial Pursuit. I was in the chess club. I haven't done that in a while though.
Yeah.
I've been wanting to learn this Chinese board game called Go, so I could play it with Billy, who's also a big chess guy. Yeah, I think it would be a fun challenge for the both of us, but we could never get the free time to do it, to get together and actually do that.
Now, I've heard some people are somehow playing games together online, but with the video.
Uh-huh.
Like, did you hear? Like, I don't know what platform they're using for that. But that kind of sounds fun. Like, if you could even play just Scrabble or something together with a group of friends.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean, Billy, he has this thing where he plays chess via text. They'll text each other the chess moves. You know, like Queen's bishop to pawn 4 or something like that.
Yeah.
I had this really close friend named Leon. Didn't matter didn't matter if you were playing offensive or defensive or what sort of strategy or play you'd use. he will find a way to smoke you in 3 moves. I mean the guy was literally unbeatable. When we were at MJC, we would play. We were in the chess club there, and there was this time he played this really precocious Asian kid, and this guy who played in tournaments in the Bay, and Leon got all Leon on him, right? 3 out of 3 games, wiped him out, 3 to 4 moves, and the poor kid lost it. I mean, he actually flipped over the board and stormed out of the room.
Wow.
uh,
Not used to losing, I guess.
yeah. Yeah. Yeah, I haven't seen Leon in over 12 years. I mean, last I heard though, he's with his folks in Utah. But, he doesn't have Facebook and when I tried to look for him online, there was this email address he hasn't used in over 10 years. So. Yeah.
That kind of happened to us with the guy that used to live at Eric's house.
Uh-huh.
Now, he was this guy that was in the Republican Party. His name was Mike.
Michael Fowler.
Yeah, Fowler. And he just disappeared off the face of the earth.
Huh.
We don't know his phone number, email, nothing. And he left furniture at our house.
Huh.
And so we're like, is this just become ours after so many years? I hope so.
Huh.
But it's just weird. It's like somebody that you spend so much time with just disappears.
Yeah, I guess that sort of thing happens.
Mm-hmm.
I remember Michael Fowler.
He was very much like neocon, if I remember.
Yeah.
And he was pretty good and persuasive at talking. Like you would feel like he's talking you into something, but at the same time, it's like he never would listen to reason. Like no matter what you say, he already has his mind made up.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Yeah, like Dubois, but
oh gosh.
Man. Yeah, does Eric still have that guy on his list, or has he blocked everybody by now?
I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know. Eric tends to be pretty tolerant. He just lets everybody stay on there.
Yeah. I mean, I don't generally unblock or unfriend people. I mean, that one guy from high school who got pretty nasty with me the other day, he's still on there.
Did you end up ever blocking Melinda, or just did you guys unfriend each other, or what happened?
I blocked her. It was I don't know. I mean, unilaterally giving me the boot without a quorum meeting, without a vote. That was a very dirty thing to have done. So I just left it on her wall.
She can have Stan County pro-life. It's not doing anything. It's not going anywhere.
Yeah, and she doesn't have the monopoly on pro-life activism that she thinks she has. Yeah. I mean,
and the work that we've been doing at the abortion clinic, a lot of the people won't even call themselves pro-life anymore, just because of, I think you probably heard from Eric, but some of the legislation, the pro-life organizations are against it.
Are you talking about the abolition stuff?
Yeah, like they would rather call themselves that than call themselves pro-life, just because of the sort of taint. Like even when I was out there and 40 Days for Life was out there, 40 Days for Life is giving me a hard time because my sign says murder. I'm like, what is it then? If it's not murder, why are we out here?
Yeah.
And so there was so much fighting on the sidewalk.
You know, when I did 40 Days for Life back in 2012, they didn't really have a problem with us bringing our own signs. And then what happened there, I guess there was a change in leadership, and then 2013, it just shifted from, you know, activism to just, you know, vigils, prayers.
Well, the lady that's running it now basically said she doesn't want us to share the gospel with anyone. And she's Catholic, so I don't know if that plays into it or not. I thought the Catholics still believe in sharing the gospel. But she says we couldn't do that if you sign up. She was very controlling and dominating about what the sign said. And if she didn't like what you were saying or what your sign said, you couldn't even stand by her. And I'm like, well, it's a public sidewalk.
Yeah, and that was, yeah, I never had an issue with that during the first year I did that. The second year, I mean, it was, you know, I went along with it. That's fine. You know, I mean, we're still out there, you know, praying and having a presence and you know, helping people who needed helping, but you know.
They say that just having a pro-life presence deters the abortion clinic's business.
Yeah.
People will just see us and not even want to drive in. You know, like they don't want to go through the drive-through and have to go by us. They don't want to have to walk in, and they'll just keep going.
Yeah, it is encouraging to know that the Planned Parenthood facility on McHenry's closed. Unfortunately, FPA still up and running.
Yeah. Good old FPA.
Yeah.
It's so hard to think that that's where Matthew Mason was saved from, you know?
Uh-huh.
Like, first of all, it's really hard to even contact any of the people just because of the layout of the place. But the fact that of all places is where he's saved, like, why would God save him for him to be the way he is right now? Like, so hostile toward God.
Yeah.
That's what's really confusing to me. Is like Matthew hates God and he hates God's people. And God saved him. He was merciful to him.
I think it's throwing the. I think what he did there was just throw the baby out with the bathwater. I've seen that happen with a lot of ex-Christians. I've seen it also happen with people raised in, you know, quasi-Christian sects who grew up thinking that what they were raised in was Christianity, and they just threw the baby out with the bathwater.
It's true.
Yeah. My sister had a childhood friend who was Jehovah's Witness, and when she became an adult, just threw herself into a total, you know, hedonistic, promiscuous lifestyle. Yeah, but
I just feel like Matthew is smarter than that. Like, he knows the difference between what Jesus said in the Bible versus what Melinda may have said. You know what I mean? And he's so intelligent that he knows, but for some reason he's so bitter and angry that he doesn't care.
Yeah.
It's like he's not obviously not regenerate. He's just letting sin rule in his life.
Yeah.
It's really hard.
You know, I mean, he is still young enough that he can turn around, and really the best we can do for him is to pray that he can, you know, overcome that, you know, whatever it is that made him what he is today.
Mm-hmm. Well, I think it's some kind of hurt. We don't know what exactly, since he won't talk, and he won't tell anybody that was his friend before. He won't talk to us. But obviously he's bitter and hurting about something.
Yeah.
So it's like he needs to find a way to heal from that. And I don't mean a humanistic healing. I mean, like, he needs to go to the Lord and get comfort.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Mm. You know who else is interesting? Okay, so, like, do you know the Wong family?
Yeah, I remember the Wongs.
What is going on with all their kids? Because, like, I was at the bank, and of course we were social distancing, and I had a mask on, whatever. But I saw one of them, and I said hi, and he just, like, looked through me like I didn't even exist. And I was like, I know that they left their parents' house, and there must be something going on there, but what's going on?
It's weird. I mean, they you know, the few times I've met them, they seemed like, you know, the picture perfect family, but you know.
That doesn't mean anything.
Yeah.
I don't know.
But yeah, I think the last time I saw Ty was when I was still working at Big Lots. They were actually the ones that pointed me in the direction of Stanislaus County Pro-Life.
Yeah, I could see that.
Yeah.
But honestly, I don't think that Stan County Pro-Life is doing anything.
They haven't had a physical quorum meeting in like 4 years.
And when they did, everybody jumped off, and I even got elected to the board. I'm like, why? I'm not able to do anything. I don't want to do anything. And they were just like, oh, good. We're going to sign up Eric and Rachel and Ron and anybody that was at the table, pretty much. They're signing them up.
Yeah.
I think that was the time you were there and we gave you a ride home.
Yeah.
And ever since then, nothing has ever happened ever since then.
Yeah, I know.
And even if they were doing something, the life chain, what does it do? I mean, let's just be honest, it's not doing very much. And then the writing contest, I thought that was interesting that we could get our foot in the door of public schools. But other than that, it's like, it's not doing very much to end abortion in this county or to help women and children that need help.
Yeah.
They're not doing very much.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I liked the life chain. I mean, I confess though, I there were days I literally just avoided it the past few years because, you know, I was a little worried that you know who was going to turn it into the Drumpfbund.
Not so far.
Not so far?
Not so far.
Okay. Yeah.
So the only other issue that came up at the life chain was one of the moms that's against vaccines had a sign that just said that, did you know that there's aborted fetal cells used to make vaccines?
Yeah.
And so she was standing there with that sign, and a couple people didn't like the fact that she was there. But we're like, how can you say you're pro-life and agree on testing on unborn people's bodies?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So that was the only other thing. It was never about Trump.
I mean, that was a very, yeah. I mean, yeah. How could anyone call themselves pro-life and say that they're in favor of destroying preborn children in the name of science? Yeah.
Well, there's still some ethical vaccines available on the market, but I honestly wonder, like, what's in me? Like, I was a child in the 80s, and I have several vaccines. Who knows what they used, you know? And there's nothing I could do about it. My parents didn't know. So it's just kind of sad. It's like Eric and I, we always have thought, you know, like, if we are going to get any vaccines, make sure that they are not the ones that are tested using little babies' bodies.
Yeah.
But then you're using animal cells, and it's like, okay, well, do you want monkey cells in you instead? You know? And so it's kind of hard. It makes sense that they want to use human, but it doesn't make sense to use human of children that are killed. Like, it should be somebody donating their own stem cells or something. I don't know how.
Yeah, I mean, there are adult stem cells, so it actually makes the whole idea of using fetal tissue as, you know, just obsolete. You know, not to mention, you know, gruesome and horrific.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like Nazi-esque. I know everybody always goes back to Hitler, but it really is.
Yeah.
You know, like, we're going to kill some, and they're, you know, they're just completely worthless. And weren't they making lampshades out of skin? I mean, it's just disgusting.
Yeah, it is. It is. Yeah. Speaking of Nazis, I rewatched The Boys from Brazil on Tubi. Yeah. Yeah. I actually think it was Gregory Peck's best role. I mean, the way he just plays this sadistic, aristocratic, you know, evil scientist. Yeah, that's the one where Odessa tries to clone Hitler, and there's it's like 50 teenage Hitler clones running around.
Oh my God.
And they send out these agents to help replicate Hitler's upbringing by knocking off their adoptive fathers.
So the idea is that if it's biologically the same, in the same setting, then those individuals will make the same choices.
Yeah, that's the idea.
Because, I mean, we know with identical twins that's not the case.
No, it's not. Yeah.
Like, each soul has their own personality and their own choices.
Yeah. Yeah. Then again, you know, if you look at actual Nazis and what their beliefs were, I mean, they were either atheistic technocrats, or they were adopting some ersatz, you know, pagan ethos like Heinrich Himmler. Yeah.
It's kind of frustrating that people will always try to say that Hitler and them were Christians.
It is. It is.
Everybody likes to repaint things, and they just believe what they want to believe instead of what actually happened.
Yeah.
And I think a lot of it is because they won't or can't read the original source documents.
Yeah.
And the public schools certainly don't want them to. I mean, Cliff Notes are existing for a reason.
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, at least when we were in school, my mom, if we couldn't read the whole thing, she would say, read a chapter, get a flavor for it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then if it really drew you in, you could keep reading it in your free time.
Mm-hmm.
But I mean, I don't feel like they do that in schools. And so people just believe whatever the textbook tells them.
Yeah.
Or even worse, they don't even read the textbook, and then they just believe whatever their teacher tells them.
Yeah, I was very blessed to have a grandmother who one, taught me how to read, encouraged me to like history, and counter programmed me against the influences of both the school system and pop culture. Yeah.
Good for her.
Yeah. Yeah, it was yeah, so I was reading you know, Howard Pyle's King Arthur books at 10 years old, when most of my classmates were still struggling with CJ, Jane, catch the ball.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
So are you better at reading or better at math?
Reading.
Okay, same.
Yeah.
How far did you get in math?
I can't do long division without a calculator.
Who cares?
But yeah, they always. I would have teachers throughout school make me feel like a total moron because of that.
I got through part of algebra 2, but I couldn't finish it.
Yeah.
I don't feel stupid, but when I don't know if I even have a learning disability or something, but when I look at numbers, it just like gives me a headache.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if that's because if my IQ is not high enough, or if I have like a visual, like I know that my doctor says that I see double,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm supposed to wear glasses to not see double. So I thought maybe that's why when I look at a string of numbers, I automatically am struggling just to even look at it.
Yeah, I like reading books about physics, but the whenever there are mathematical sequences, they can get a little intimidating. I just like the concepts.
How about word problems? Can you handle, like, you're okay with that?
Yeah,
It's just looking at the numbers.
yeah.
See, so I'm the same. By the way, that was my mother-in-law going by. I don't know if you knew, but we moved her into our house back in October.
Uh-huh.
Say hi? Charles Bird.
Hi.
Hey.
Getting my ice cream for tonight.
You like her shirt? Can you read that?
Got.
It's hilarious. It says, good in bed. I sleep all day. It's funny because she takes naps. So we think it's a big joke.
Okay. Yeah. Wonder if Gizmo sees the other cat in the yard.
I don't know. I want to take a picture of him back there so that my mom can see.
Right here, I'll hold him.
Ready?
I'm pretty sure she misses him. She liked him a lot.
Yeah.
Okay. Say cheese, boy.
I got it.
You got it? Yeah. He's such a good boy.
Yeah. Well, I'm just glad all that situation was able to work out. And you didn't actually have to live in a park, did you?
What happened was I still had access to the place for another week. I was a little worried about the park, and I guess they noticed that I had switched over my MID to here. So when I was still getting stuff ready to move to either to storage or to here, one of their goons popped his head in the room, and then there was this big scene, and but I wound up getting everything else out that day.
Yeah. You would think ideally they would want the tenant to move all their stuff out.
Yeah.
And be on good terms so that you don't get angry and destroy the place.
Yeah.
You know? Well, I'm glad it worked out. I was like not happy at the idea of you sleeping in the park. I'm like, come on, surely somebody in your church has a couch.
Yeah.
You know?
But I mean, they weren't. I wasn't able to get some help from them at that time, but a couple months later, and I decided it was time to get more stuff out of storage, more of my furniture, more of my clothes.
Yeah.
Because I'd been wearing after wearing the same outfit for about a couple months, you're not smelling like flowers anymore. So they were able to help out with that, and got my book collection moved in.
Yeah, books are hard to move. They're just heavy.
Yeah. Yeah, I did have somebody contact me saying that they're trying to put together a lawsuit because I'm not the only one that Greenbrier did that to.
Yeah.
But yeah, it just seemed kind of iffy. So I just said, have the lawyer leave me their contact info. I'll get a hold of them, and didn't hear back from them. And that was like mid-November. Yeah, somebody saw the glowing review I left on Yelp.
That's funny.
Yeah,
The whole thing's a scam if they keep doing it to people.
yeah.
They're just taking advantage of the people who are hurting the most. You know?
Mm-hmm.
Because people that are renter. Oh, sorry. Hold on. What? Oh. Okay, G, come here. Oh, yeah. Okay. Good thing you remembered. You're so smart. Come here. I was talking on that the video call. It's good that you remembered. That's mature. You're starting to grow up. Taking care of yourself. Very good. It's a little bit too big for you. It's too big. But we let you wear it anyway. Good night, sweetie.
Hey.
Hey, can you hear me?
Yeah, yeah.
How's it
So
going?
how are you holding up after the surgery?
Oh, all right.
Mhm.
Getting better. I'm 2 weeks out as of yesterday.
Okay. Yeah, this is Heather. She class of 96.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is Rachel Jones. She's a friend of mine.
Oh, okay. I can't see everybody. I'm like new to this app, so I don't know how
Yeah.
to see it. I
Yeah,
only see.
Hmm?
I just see you and me.
Yeah.
Hi, Heather. Can you see me now?
Oh, now I do. Hi.
That's how it works. You see whoever's talking.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's yeah, I mean there's a top column with everybody else, and then the main screen is whoever's talking.
Cool. My kids are using this for school, but I haven't used it yet.
Yeah, my brother Billy was here a little earlier.
Oh,
Yeah.
cool.
Yeah.
Well, I just sat down and saw, I thought maybe you were already done. I just saw the meeting ID, so
Yeah.
I didn't. So yeah, I'm all right. It was a bit of a shock to have open heart surgery, but
Yeah.
yeah, I don't know. I haven't wrapped my head around it yet.
Mm-hmm.
So.
Yeah. I mean, so what exactly happened? Was it like
Well, it's a hereditary condition.
okay.
So, and I was just had 95% blockage.
Uh-huh.
Well, I had 3 blockages, 95, 90, and 40. So, but we didn't know. I'd been going to the doctor for the past year and a half complaining of chest pains and things, and they just blamed it on anxiety or high pressure. I had high blood pressure, and I've been dealing with that and taking meds and stuff, but the meds weren't working really good, and my blood pressure wasn't where it was supposed to be, but it was lower than it's been.
Mm-hmm.
But then a couple of weeks ago, I was just having like tiny heart attacks, like all week long, and I didn't know. I thought something was up with my blood pressure meds, you know, but then I knew something else was wrong because it was classic heart attack symptoms.
Mm-hmm.
So I finally went in, and they were like, yeah. I kind of waited. I waited until the kids went to their dad's house, and I thought, well, I'm going to go in so I don't have to take the kids with me to the hospital, you know. And I said, oh no, you had a heart attack. So it was basically like right then, they kept me in the hospital for a couple of days, and then I went home for 2 days to like, oh no,
Yeah. Okay.
I thought my battery's dying. So then I
Ah.
went for a couple of days and I had to go back in on a Thursday, and they did it that day.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
Yeah. So double bypass, pretty crazy.
Mm.
Pretty like young for double bypass, but
Yeah.
I'm sporting the cool zipper scar there.
Oh, wow.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Well, I'm just so glad that you went in and they found it.
Yeah.
96% blockage. I mean, couldn't get much worse than that.
Yeah, I know. They were like, you are so lucky. Yeah, I didn't even know. They didn't, I had all the appropriate testing, EKGs, echocardiogram, treadmill test. I've had all of that over the past year, and everything came back normal.
Mm-hmm.
So they couldn't like figure out what the deal was until I actually had the heart attack and went into the cath lab to see if I needed a stent. And they were like, well, if you need a stent, we'll give you a stent. Well, when I came out, they said, no, we couldn't do a stent. That's not going to work. So, yeah. So here I am. Now I'm on decaf coffee and no sugar and low sodium and all that stuff. It's real fun.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. When I couple years back, I was at the chicken barn, and I guess I bit off a little more than I could chew, and I had to go to the doctor, go to doctor's hospital. They had to stick a tube down my throat to shove it down there.
Oh,
It was in my esophagus.
that's awful.
Yeah. I thing is though is that you know, it's a little bit encouraging though is that other than that, the doctor said I was actually very healthy for a man my size
Yeah.
and age.
Yeah, they kept telling me I was healthy too. It's weird. So, well,
I guess some things just you know, creep up on us.
yeah. Well, and testing isn't perfect. I guess that's what they're telling me. So, yeah. Could you turn that TV down, Brian, please? TV's blasting. I had to come in here so I could plug my phone in.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah. So what else have you been doing these days?
oh gosh. Well, just working. I own my own house cleaning business, and I contract with some property management companies in town. Up until Corona, I mean, I had private clients and a couple Airbnb and stuff like that.
Yeah.
They all canceled on me because of the virus, and I was still doing property management because that never quits. But
Can I have some fruit?
no, you just had cake. But then when I went to surgery, that all ended. So I'm not going back to work now for at least a month. So
yeah. Yeah. I'm essential.
yeah. Well, I would still be able to be cleaning if this didn't happen, at least a little bit. But yes, Brian, my son keeps asking me for food. I think he has a hollow leg. He's 8 years old and he eats nonstop already.
Yes. All teenage boys have bottomless stomachs.
Yeah, yeah.
I would think that cleaning would stay essential because the person that goes in and cleans obviously could just put on a mask, disinfect your hands, and then go in and disinfect the whole place. You know, like most of the stores say that they're spending all this extra time that they're closed cleaning after all.
Yeah, well, I was cleaning the rentals when people are still moving.
Yeah.
It was just the people who like Airbnb people stopped traveling,
Yeah.
and my private clients are home,
Mm-hmm.
or they have kids at home, so they don't want people coming in. But
Yeah. It affects so many people, the shutdowns.
yeah. So, and then my unemployment was denied originally, which was I don't know if it was a mistake or not, but I went back and reapplied this week. So hopefully I'll have something like that coming in because I'm broke now. So
Man.
Did you guys get the stimulus check?
I did. Yeah, I did.
Yeah.
That's loaded me for this month. So yeah.
If I get mine, it'll probably be direct deposit, but
You still didn't come?
yeah, not that I'm aware of.
Yeah, that should have come for you already.
Yeah.
Unless you have an old bank account or something.
It could be. I mean, I've been with farmers and merchants for like 15 years.
Oh.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah.
I guess it's not always a bad thing that the IRS can't find you.
Yeah.
For sure.
Yeah. I mean, I've been. I mean, what I've been. I just do the whole bank routing thing whenever I filed. Last year I actually had to owe because when I was working with Cyprus, they messed up my filing status.
That sucks.
Yeah, I mean I was doing it on TurboTax. Found out I owed like $900, and I was like, what?
900?
How in the wide world of sports did this happen? So my brother Billy, he's an accountant. I went to him for a second opinion, and yeah, look at your. This is where they messed up. See your paycheck, see your pay stubs. S4. You should be S0, no dependents.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, no.
That's,
Well, there's nothing to make you hate the government even more than a libertarian having to owe on their income
Yeah.
taxes.
no
Yeah.
kidding. Oh,
If
brother.
only they would do it that way. They're so smart to deduct it, from the check. If only they'd make it so that everybody always had to send in what they owe, people would be complaining a lot more about taxes.
Oh yeah. Oh yes.
Definitely. I'm doing my own now, so I hate it. And being a sole proprietorship I'm taxed heavily, so
Mm-hmm.
sucks. But anyway,
Hey, so anybody you're still keeping in touch with from the old days, or?
not really. Mostly just Sarah. Sarah Cates.
Yeah.
But we were best friends, so we still talk. But
Yeah.
that's about it. Not really. Dennis Sanders. He was
Yeah.
older. He was older than us, though. But I still talk to him a little bit.
Yeah. Yeah. We still communicate via Facebook occasionally.
Yeah.
That was totally weird. That whole death rumor thing from a couple months ago, wasn't it?
What? Who?
Somebody had mistakenly posted on Facebook that Dennis had died.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I didn't. I missed that.
Yeah, that was kind of weird.
I would have known it was fake, or I would have known it wasn't true.
Yeah. Yeah.
So.
Normally that just happens with celebrities, not just like normal people.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's weird. No, I don't talk to anybody from high school much anymore. I don't.
Yeah.
I'm up here. I'm up in, Vancouver.
Yeah.
But I don't see anybody.
Mm-hmm.
Oh. Yep. And busy, have kids and everything.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
there's one back there.
Mhm.
She's chiming in.
Yeah.
So, and in fact, I've got to go get him in bed. But I just wanted to come on and say hi because I missed. I think you did this a few days ago, or maybe last week, and I missed it.
Yeah, I did it. I did it a couple weeks ago. It was mostly just me and my pal Mike for about 45 minutes.
Well, it's kind of cool because we can't leave the house really.
Yeah.
Uh, I don't see anybody, and I don't like to take the kids out because I don't know. I don't really think they're gonna get sick, but I don't want to chance it either. So
Yeah. Well, I mean, that's why I've been trying to do something like this, kind of like a virtual block party, where,
yeah, social hour.
people can catch up and get to know each other socially, and
Yeah, we just need some.
and I tend to have this very broad circle of friends from literally every walk of life, so
Yeah,
why not just introduce everybody?
cool. Works good. I kind of like this app actually.
Yeah.
So yeah.
I just did what you're doing. I popped on and I was like, okay, I gotta go put everybody to bed, so I'll be back.
Yeah, they just finished having ice cream, so
Mine must be younger than yours because they went to bed like an hour ago.
I have an 8 and a 9-year-old, and then I have a 13 and a 15-year-old.
Mm-hmm.
I've got ages 3 to 6,
Oh, okay, yeah. So they're in bed earlier,
thankfully.
Mm-hmm.
but it's Friday night, so these guys get to stay up a little late.
Yeah.
They're still doing school in the mornings, so kind of. It's really lame. I hate the whole school situation right now.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So, and my kids aren't even like really allowed to have like be online and stuff, and so it's
Yeah.
been an adjustment. They all got tablets from school, and it's like crazy because especially my youngest, he wants to play games 24/7, and
Yeah.
it's a fight with him to keep him off of it. So
Yeah.
yeah. In fact, he just got his tablet back today. He had it taken away for a few days because I caught him playing games when he's supposed to be sleeping. So
Ah. Yeah.
And Mr.
yeah. I mean, that's what my daughter was just saying. It's so bad. He was taking the tablet into the bathroom with him because he couldn't even step away to go use the bathroom.
That sounds like a little boy though. When they get addicted to
Like
the video game.
that is enough. So anyway,
Mm-hmm.
yeah.
Here, Charles, I'm gonna keep talking and show you this. This is my mom's response. Yay, she's so happy. She got the cat picture. She always does that. She responds to me with a bunch of those little, I don't know,
Yeah.
picture things.
Yeah. When I was in the middle of having to find a new place, Rachel's mother took care of Gizmo for a few weeks.
Oh, okay. I remember you had your cat somewhere.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's always hard. I don't know. I have a cat. I have 2 cats and a dog, so I don't know what I would do. But
Yeah.
I can't get rid of them either, you know.
Mm-hmm.
So somebody could take the kids though for a while.
Not me.
You sure? I mean, they're okay. She's in here chiming in. She says you can have her brother. So she's like, he's the dumb one. You can have him. Oh, yeah. All right. Well, I better sign off. I gotta
Alrighty.
do bedtime stuff.
Okay.
Toothbrush, whatnot. But it was good to meet you.
It was nice meeting you too.
All right.
I hope that your surgery recovery goes well.
Oh yeah, it's going
You're
good.
able to get through COVID with all this finance stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know. Like at first I was like, I can't believe this timing, but really it's good timing because I'm getting like stimulus money and I'm off work, so I have time to recover.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know if there's ever a good time for surgery, but
Silver lining.
yeah, it's a good point, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
So now they're both here, so asking me for things, so I better get. But it was good to talk to y'all. Maybe I'll come back if I happen to catch it on a Friday night when you guys are on. So
Yeah, I'll try to do it again in a couple weeks.
okay, yeah, and it's just if I see it like at the same time that I have time to chat, then I can do it. So
Yeah.
all right, well I'll see you later.
All right. Bye, Heather.
Bye.
Bye.
Weirdos.
Oh boy.
It's always interesting to like see the inside of people's houses and what's going on.
Oh yeah.
You know, like the chaos for some people.
Yeah, it's really funny. I've done a couple Zoom meetings before just to get a hang of the app, and yeah, there would be people who I would think who I would expect to be like total neat freaks, and it's like they're Oscar Madison and you know, from The Odd Couple or something. The place is like a frigging wreck.
Well, other thing is that people don't even stage it. Like they'll just show you what they're gonna show you.
Yeah.
It's like okay. Like my mother-in-law walking by in just her nightgown. It's like okay, that's what you got. If you were here at our house having dinner and we were sitting there talking, she probably wouldn't have done that. But on the video,
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm tired. I don't know. I know you probably stay up all night because of your job.
Yeah.
I get up usually like at 5,
Mm-hmm.
so I go to bed early.
Yeah. Okay. Well, I guess we could you know end it on a high note. It's getting a little late anyway. So.
Well, I'm glad you had this idea.
Yeah, I mean,
It's fun than just sitting around at home by myself.
yeah, and I'll be doing this again in a week or two. I'll let everyone know.
Yeah.
It was a great time.
It's good. I like especially to check in on my friends that I know are living alone, you know?
Yeah, I mean, it's just me and the cat out here. I mean,
Even though the introvert person still needs human contact.
Yeah, I mean, there's the family in the big house over there, but you know, I work nights, I sleep days, I very rarely see them.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was really great that you joined in, and it was a really wonderful it was really a good conversation we had. So.
Yeah.
All right.
All right. Well, have a good night.
Yeah. Good night.
Take care.
Okay. Meeting end at 20:51. Signing off. I'll yeah, until next time.